Hello everyone, it's Professor Sadiq Noor, and today I'm going to show you or I will demonstrate to you how to complete Excel creating and editing workbooks independent project 1-4. Let's start. So the first thing is that I'm already in the SimNet assignment. So the assignment is Excel creating and editing workbook independent project 1-4. So the first thing is we have to download the starting file. So it's only one file. And then once we're done with this step, we have to upload it. So I will click it to open the Excel file. So the file is, I open the file, the Excel file. I will maximize it. Now, whenever you open your assignment, whatever file is, you have to enable editing. Why? Because the file is protected in a protected view. So we have always, the first step is to enable editing. Next, now we have to go to the instruction and see what is next. So in this independent project, we're going to learn about how to open and save workbook, how to choose workbook theme, how to edit and format the data, how to use auto sum button and fill handle, how to apply alignment and font setting, how to adjust the column width and row height, how to insert a footer, how to adjust the page setup, and how to add document properties. So what's the first step is to open the Blue Lake 0-1 Excel file, and then be sure that you clicked it, the enable editing, which I did. So the first thing is to enable editing. So the next one now, the file will be renamed. So automatically, my file is automatically changed to Sadiq.Nur. So when I downloaded the file, it has my first and last name. Next. Now we have to apply the Office theme to the worksheet. So let's go back. So the worksheet should be under the Office theme under page layout, and then the first group is themes. Click on it, and then we're looking for Office. Click on as we change the theme to what? Office. Let's go back to the instruction. Next is to edit the worksheet data. So we need to edit the title in A2 and to display first period sales by department. So you need to copy this, Control and C to copy instead of typing it. So I will go back in A2, and then we will override by what we copied. So we have to select this and then first period sales by department and then press the enter key. So we changed it. So let me zoom. All right. Next. Now edit the value in D6 to 1950, 1950. So whatever in D6, we have to change it to 1950. So is D6, column D, and then look for 6. So that's the D and 6. So 1950. Press the enter key. Next, we have to unmerge the cells and reformat the data. So we have to select A1 all the way to A2, and then we have to click the merge and center button under the home tab and alignment group. And then we have to choose unmerge the cells so that the cells are no longer merged, but the cells still have the center alignment. So to do that, let's get back and then let's go to the home and select the A and B. And let's go back to the instruction. So select A1 and A2, A1, A1 and A2. And then we have to click on merge and center button, which is under the home tab. So obviously the home tab, the alignment group, and then we have to click on, we have different options here, you see. So we have to click on unmerge. So now we remove the merge. As you see, the merge and center is not highlighted. Next, we have to see what next step is. So we went here and then it says choose the unmerged cells. So let's go back and undo what we did. So go back and then Control and Z to undo. So it was like this and it was merged. So let's go down and select unmerge the cells. All right. So go back and merge the cells. Now click the align left button, which is under the home tab and the alignment group. So while A1 and A2 is still been selected, and we have to go back to the alignment group. And now it says center, so we have to click alignment left. Go back to the instruction. Now we align it to the left. Now next is to change the font size to 16. So let's go back. While A1 and A2 is still being selected, we have to go to the font under the home tab. And let's change the size to 16. All right. Now let's go back to the instruction. Check the box. Now set the row height for row 1 and 2 to 24. So what we're gonna do, both the rows are being selected. So we have to go to the home tab. Under the home tab in your ribbon, you will see cells group. Click the format. And then we wanna stretch the row height. So click row height. And then you're gonna see the row height dialog box. The size is now 15. So according to the instruction, we have to make it 24. So 24 and click OK. As you see we get some space, right? Now we need to go back to the instruction and check this box. Now let's go down. Now, step number 6, we have to use the fill handle to complete a series. So we have to select B3, go back to your Excel, column B and row 3. And then we have to use the fill handle to complete the series to April in column E. So once you have January, are you gonna notice that we have a square box in the bottom right? So move your cursor over it until you see a tiny plus sign. Hold the left key and drag it to column C, 3, D, 4, and then E. For as soon as I'm dragging into the cell, is showing me what the value is gonna be or what the text is gonna be. So E3 will have April. So now release your finger and you will have January, February, March, and April is being copied or is being filled to the column C3, D4, D3, and E4. And then we have to do auto fit. So let's check this one. So now auto fit the column C and E. So go back, select the column C and E, all the way to E, and hold the control key, C all the way to E, right? And then we will go to the cells, and then we will go to format, and then auto fit the column, right? Now let's go back, auto fit the column. Now use the auto sum button and fill the handle to calculate the value. So select F4, F4, and then we have to double click the auto sum button under the home and editing. So to do that, we will go back to our worksheet, and under the editing, you will see the auto sum in the top. Double click it. So we get 13300. Go back and we have 1330. Now we need the signature range is B4 all the way to E4, right? So now we need to double click the field pointer for the F4 to copy the function to cell F5 all the way to F18. So once you have the formula here, you don't need to go in each of the cell and say auto sum. Once you have it, you will go to the pointer here and double click it. All right. So go back instruction. So we need these to be until 18, F18. So let's go back, check the box. Now select cell G4, G4, which is the best column. Let's go back. Click on the auto sum button and find the max from the range B4 all the way to E4. We want to find what's the maximum value in the range of B4 to E4. All right. So let's go back to the Home tab. You can go to the editing group, click the small dark black arrow down black arrow, and be sure to select the max. Now the maximum we don't want to include F4 is from B4 to E4, right? So you need to select B4 and hold your left key of your mouse and move it to E4. Now press the enter key. So we get 3800. Next, now we have to select H4 and we have to find the minimum. The min means minimum. What's the minimum value? So that we can calculate the worst sale for the sale B4 from January to April. So go to H4 under the editing group, which is under the ribbon, and the ribbon has a group name editing. Click on the sum down black arrow and look for min for minimum function. Now the range is wrong. It has to be from B4 all the way to E4. Now press the enter key. So that is done. Now we need to select G4 all the way to H4, and we have to double click to fill at cell H4, right? So let's go and select G4 and H4 and double click the square down arrow, right? So now we need to select G4 all the way to H4. We did that. Now delete the content of the cell G18 and H18. So G18 and H18 and highlight and delete from your keyboard. Check the box. Now select cell B18 and click the auto sum button. So click the column B18. So we need to select the B18 and then we have to use the auto sum. So column B, row 18, go back to the editing group in your ribbon and then click or just click the sum. So the range is from B4 all the way to B17. Perfect. Push the enter key or press the enter key. Now we need to select the B18 and we have to drag its fill pointer to F18. So we need to ignore the autofill option button. So go back here, then you need to hold the square and drag it, right? So select the B18 and drag it to fill F18. So F18, so I need to drag it one more, all right? So let me do it again here. Hold the fill pointer or fill handle and drag it all the way to F18. Now you see the hash or the number sign. That means that the number is too big to be in this cell. So you can stretch the column. So let's see what is next. So out of it, the column that do not display the data. So in this case, the column that did not display the data is E, the column E, right? So select the column E, go to the cell group, go to format, click on auto fit the column. So this been fixed. Go back and scroll a little bit down. Now format the labels and the values. Select B4 all the way to H4 and click the accounting number format. Okay, we need accounting number. So B4, B4, B4 all the way to H. Okay, so let's go back and read again. the selection B4 to H18. B4 to H. So I will highlight again. All right. So go back. All right. So once we have selected B4 all the way to H, and then we have to click the account. So we will go to the number group and then click the drop down. Now it's general. So we need accounting. Accounting. Now we need to decrease the decimal 2 times. So go back. While this been selected, under the number group, we have increase and we have decrease. We need to double click twice. 1, 2. Right, so we took care of the decimal places. Now select B5 all the way to H17 and press Ctrl and 1 to open the Format Cell dialog box. So let's select B5 all the way to H17. So B5 all the way to H17 and then press the Ctrl and 1 to open the Format Cell. You can also open the Format Cell from here, or you can do right click and then you will see the same thing. So once we open the Format Cell, what we need to do, we need to click the number tab. Click on the number tab, so we are there. Now we need to select accounting in the category list of the number tab, accounting. And then we have to select the simple drop down and select none under the symbol. The symbol is dollar now. So click the drop down and click the option none. And then what next is, so we said none. Now click OK. And it's common path to show currency symbol with the first and the last row in a data set. So let's go back and click OK. All right. So let's go back. So now the thing is the hashes that you have here. So if you shrink it down to 100, so still I don't see some of the stuff because of the big number. So you kind of select this, go to Format, Cell Group, then Format, Auto Fit the column. You can also go to the right. Now the F has the issue, right? The F column. So go to the middle of the F and G column like this until you see the two black split arrow, double click it. That also is going to stretch it. So the next now, we have to format the cell A3 all the way to H3 as bold and with center. A3. A3, highlight A3 all the way to H3. Go to the font group, boldface to bold, and then go to the alignment and click on center. Go back to the instruction. Now check the box apply all border format to the cell A3 all the way to H18. A3 all the way to H18. So we need to select A3 all the way to H18. And then we will go to the font group again. You will go to borders, and then we want all borders. Let's click the instruction again. All borders. Format the cell A3 to H13. We did that. So now insert a blank row at row 3, and then increase the row height for row 4 to 18. Important note: to ensure accuracy grading, this step must be completed. So we need to insert a blank row at row 3. At row 3. So go here, and then row 3, right? And then you will do right click, and you will insert a new row. Okay? Now let's read again. So insert a blank row at row 3, and then increase the row height for row 4 to 18. So select the row, or you can do like this, or you cannot just select. Now we're gonna go back to the cells group under the home tab. Click format row height, and we need to change it to 18. 18. And then click OK. So we increase the height of the row 4 to 18. So insert a blank row at row 3, and then increase the row height for row 4 to 18. We did that. Now select the cell A2 and A all the way to H2, and choose a thick bottom border. Okay, so select A2 all the way to H2, A2 all the way to H2, and then we will go to font group. We will click the border, and we are looking for bottom border. Is that what they want? So thick bottom border. Thick. Look for the thick. This is the one. Thick bottom border. So click on it. Now next. Now we need to align the cell A19, and we need to apply boldface to cell A19 all the way to F19. A19 all the way to F19. Align to the right. So align the cell A19 and boldface. So right align cell A19. So select the A19, go to the paragraph and align right. Align right cell A19. A19. Now we need to go back and select A19 all the way to F19 and boldface. So select the whole thing to F and then go back F19, go back to the font and then click bold to bold it. Now let's go back and scroll down. So the next step is increase the row height of row 19 to 18. Increase the row height of row 19 to 18. So select the row 19, go to the cell group again, go to format, row height, and we want 18. And click OK. Let's go next. So increase the row height of row 19 to 18. Now select A4 all the way to H4 and press the Control key. So first let's select A4, 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 all the way to H4. Okay. Now hold the Control key and select A19 all the way to H19. So hold the Control, A19 all the way to H19. So A19 all the way to H19, then apply light gray background to as a fill color. Light gray. Light gray. So go to the bucket under the font, under the home tab first. On the ribbon, look for the group font, the yellow bucket, that's the fill. And we are looking for gray. Gray. This one is 5% gray. What is this one here? Light gray background 2. It looks like that's the guy here. So let's go back and read. Light gray background 2. Perfect. Go back. So let's confirm again. Is the light gray background 2. Perfect. Now we need to auto fit the columns if needed. If you need something is cutting off, then you have to do the auto fit the columns so that you could see all the data. Next, step number 9 is to insert a footer and scale the data to print. So first we need to click on the insert tab and then we have to go to the headers and footer. So click for me the insert tab in the right of the home. Now look for the group on your ribbon that says text group. See the text group, and then you will see the headers and footer. Click on it. Now it's gonna take you to a different view, page layout view, right? So it looks different, right? Now this is the header. So let's see what we need. Now in the left footer section, so we need to go to the footer and we need to insert the sheet name, right? So we shouldn't be in the header. We have to be what in the footer section. So how to switch it to the footer? You see the navigation under the contextual tab, headers and footer. You will see navigation. Then it says now, because we are already in the header, you see the header is not available. So we need to switch to go to the footer. Click on it. Now I'm in the bottom. So in the bottom of the footer, the right box, in the right footer section, we need to insert the file name. Sorry, in the left footer section, insert the sheet name. First, we have to do this one. In the left bucket, we need the sheet name. So left, and then in the footers and headers and footer elements group, you see the sheet name here. So click it. Now go back and read. In the right footer section, insert the file name in the right. So go back in the right. We will click and select under the headers and footer elements group. Click file name. You can't miss it. Click on it. All right. Now click a worksheet cell to return to normal. So because we are not in a normal view, so what you need is just click anywhere in the above cell like this. Now to go to the normal view, you can use the status bar and you can click this to go to normal. So let me show you. This is the guy I'm talking about, the normal. Or you can go to the view. So let me show you. You will go to view and then normal is here. The normal is here under the workbook views. So if you look at this icon and this one here, they look alike. So this is like a shortcut. Instead of going to the view tab and then click on normal, you can just click this normal here in the status bar. So let's clean this. Now I will click from here to get back to normal. Here you go. You will see some dotted line. That's normal. That indicate that when you're gonna print, what's gonna print in each of the pages. So if your stuff is outside the dotted line, that means that column will be in a separate paper. You will print this in a separate paper. So now everything look perfect because my columns are inside the dotted line, not outside, right? So it's gonna print in one page. So let's go back. So next is open the print preview in the backstage and scale the word to fit in a single page. All right. So let's go back. Let's go to File, Print. Now check and see is everything good, or you can go here and fit the sheet in one page. All right. So go back, or you can go to the page layout. You can click the page setup launcher, the down gray arrow, and then you can also do it from here under the page, fit to one page. All right, let's go back. Now we have to open the document property, and then we have to go to the info screen in the backstage. So the backstage actually is when you hit the file, and then that's the backstage now. So click on info, and then in the right hand side, this is the property. And then we need to click the property with the arrow, this arrow here. All right. So let's see in our instruction what they want us to do next. So they said info, we did that. Now edit the title property to display the cell department. So go back. Now we can go here, we can go to advanced, right? Now let me change this. So let me show you how I get this. I went here, advanced property, the title, you copied what they said, sales by department. Go back, the status should be the first draft. Is it the subject? The status. Everything look perfect except we have to put the status. So let me cancel this. I'll click OK. So look if we can see status. Status. So click here and paste. So you need to show more option, right? Now push the enter key. So that's the first draft as a status. So we did all this. Now we need to save. And then we have to check is everything good. We have to upload. So we have to save it. Go back. And you can hit the save or the save key from here. Or you can go back to the worksheet and then you can click on the floppy from the quick access toolbar and save. Now everything looks perfect. We will upload it now. So I will close it. Now let's go up and let me upload. So that's the file, the blue lake. Select and then open. And then yes. 100 out of 100. So I don't have any issues with my first attempt. So everything look perfect. You see, I don't have any issues. So the end result is we achieved the goal. We scored 100 out of 100, right? So I hope that you have enjoyed and you learn a lot in Excel creating and editing workbook independent project 1-4. So we went through the steps and be sure that you subscribe to my channel so that I can create more Excel related videos to help you understand and learn Excel, and also is going to help you to complete the assignment related to creating and editing workbook independent project 1-4. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.